Welcome to Review Central. This is DCAT Reviewer number 1, featuring questions for the DCAT Writing Skills subtest. This reviewer is intended for those who are eyeing, or are set to take the De La Salle University College admission test. There are 10 questions featured on this reviewer. All questions are modeled on actual questions that appeared on previous DCATs. Let's begin. Writing Skills question number 1. Select the letter that contains an error in grammar usage or word choice. If you think there is none, choose no error. It must have been him who wrote the article about plant safety for the company newsletter. A. Him. B. Who. C. Wrote. D. No error. The correct answer is A. The error is the word him. Since the pronoun him is preceded by the linking verb been, which directly connects it to the subject, the correct pronoun to be used should be the subjective pronoun he. Suggested correction. It must have been he who wrote the article about plant safety for the company newsletter. Writing Skills question number 2. Choose the sentence that is correctly punctuated. The correctly punctuated sentence is the one in choice A. The sentence is composed of two independent clauses that can be joined by either a comma and a coordinating conjunction, or a semicolon. The phrase 5 to 14 years old comes after the noun children, so no hyphenation is required. Note that only the compound adjectives that come before the modified nouns are hyphenated. Writing Skills question number 3. Below are 5 choices on how to cite referential sources. Choose the one that follows the rule under APA style format. The correct answer is A. Under APA, the article or chapter title is not italicized and only the first word in the title is capitalized. Publication information is no longer included in the citation. Writing Skills question number 4. The above citation pertains to A. A magazine. B. A journal. C. A newspaper. D. A periodical. E. A book. The correct answer is A. A book. Among the choices, only in book citations can you find names of publishers. Writing Skills question number 5. Choose the answer that follows the correct sequence of the items. The correct answer is B. A simple but careful inspection of the given answer choices will reveal that 2 of them have faulty numbering. These are options A and E. One of them, Sumong in option D, skipped a level. From first level 1, it goes straight to third level, 1.1.1. Lastly, another one, option C's 5 stages of grief, is unnecessarily punctuated. The one with correct sequence and numbering is the item, according to Francis Bacon in option B. Writing Skills question number 6. The above selection is A. An abstract. B. A review of related literature. C. A discussion. D. A methodology. E. Introduction. The correct answer is E. An introduction. The paragraph provides the background of the study, but owing to the in-text citations, it can be confused easily with review of related literature. Fortunately, it includes the objectives of the study, which suggests that we are reading the introduction of a research paper. Writing Skills question number 7. What graph, chart, or diagram can be used to illustrate the catalytic activity of enzymes, in which the kinetic energy of the reacting molecules increases as the temperature rises? A. Bar graph. B. Line graph. C. Pie chart. D. Map chart. E. Flow chart. The correct answer is B. Line graph. We can imagine that the x-axis indicates the rising temperature because it only moves in one direction, while the continuous change in kinetic energy of the reacting molecule is indicated in the y-axis, in which the value may vary. Such continuous change can only be illustrated through a line graph. Writing skills question number 8. Which of the following statements is in passive construction and has an impersonal style? A. Scientists have found that rotifers, Rotaria rotatoria, popularly called will animals or will animalcules, secrete a novel tetracyclic alkaloid that can help fight snail fever. B. It can be assumed that large dinosaurs, despite their massive bodies, could maintain their body temperature via thermoregulation, an ability of an organism to emit excess heat through its blood vessels. C. Chimpanzee cerebral organoids, three-dimensional in vitro culture systems that repeat the developmental processes and organization of the developing chimpanzee brain, are revealed to mature faster than human cerebral organoids. D. The first known interstellar object found in October 2017, an asteroid Oumuamua, has been confusing astronomers because typically only icy objects like comets can escape the gravity of another star and then travel across the galaxy. E. The planet Saturn is now recorded to have the greatest number of moons in the solar system owing to the 20 additional newfound moons, topping Jupiter's 79 moons. The correct answer is B. The main clause of a passive impersonal sentence usually starts with a pronoun. Of the 5 answer choices, only one starts with a pronoun, the pronoun it. Writing skills question number 9. Which of the following sentences is most appropriate for academic writing? Let's inspect and evaluate each of the given answer choices. Let's start from the bottom. E. Scientists have developed a new method that's been used to hold up the idea that Earth is alone and unique. This sentence is not appropriate for academic writing because of the contraction, that's. In general, contractions are not encouraged in academic writing. Now let's take a look at option D. Mars, a freezing but mysteriously beautiful planet, is said to be wetter billions of years ago than it is today. This sentence adds a subjective remark, a freezing but mysteriously beautiful planet. Subjective remarks are not encouraged in academic writing. Moving on to option C. A new study reveals that air pollution, example, diesel smoke, can change the behavior of our genes, so why aren't we panicking? This sentence is asking a rhetorical question, which is not encouraged in academic writing. Let's take a look at B. Researchers have discovered that climate change has been taking its toll on the mental health of children and teens. This sentence uses the idiomatic expression taking its toll on instead of the simpler and more straightforward affecting. Finally, let's take a look at option A. It can be deduced from the survey results that there is an increase in the number of people with lung injuries caused by smoking e-cigarettes. Among the answer choices, this sentence appears to be the most appropriate for academic writing. Therefore, the correct answer is A. Writing skills question number 10. Shown is a paragraph lifted from Boat Building and Seamanship in Classic Philippine Society by Scott W. H. In the DCAT, you will be reading passages like this in silence as fast as you can, so you must train yourself to read and comprehend long passages quickly. For this reviewer, we are going to read the passage for you. You may read along. After reading the passage to you, the screen will switch to a new slide. You will then be given the question or instruction, together with the answer choices. You may pause the video and backtrack to this slide should you need to refer back to the passage. Boats were the only Philippine transportation, and all commercial and political contacts depended upon them. Trade included the local exchange of foodstuffs, the exploitation of special marketing patterns, and the distribution of imports like Chinese porcelain throughout the archipelago. Slaves were taken in raids called mangyao by trade raiders whose exploits were acclaimed in lyric and legend. Trade raiding formed the basis of pacts between maritime leaders in which precedence was expressed in terms of personal deference rather than political domination. Communities that did not have the means for such trade raids achieved security through alliances by blood, marriage or vassalage with those who did. The Caraco may therefore be seen as the key to the political scene in the 16th century Philippines. Those who had them dominated those who did not. Choose which of the choices best summarizes the given paragraph. Let's do a process of elimination by inspecting and analyzing each of the answer choices. Let's start with the summary in option E. According to William Henry Scott, 1982, Caraco, as the sole means of transportation of pre-colonial Philippine communities, was helpful in forging political ties among communities. This summary is not appropriate because it inaccurately states that Caraco was the sole means of transportation in pre-colonial communities in the Philippines. This time let's take a look at the summary in option D. In his paper, Boat Building and Seamanship in Classic Philippine Society, William Henry Scott, 1982, believes that boats were advantageous properties used for trading and forging political ties. This summary does not provide proper context in which boats were useful in trading and forging political ties. What about the summary in option C? William Henry Scott, 1982, concluded that if a community did not have a boat in the pre-colonial Philippines, it would be dominated by another community who had one. As a result, communities were compelled to build boats. That communities were compelled to build boats is not implied in the text. Therefore, this is not an accurate summary of the given paragraph. Let's move on to the summary in option B. Scott, 1982, claimed that Caracos were valuable properties in the pre-colonial Philippines since it helped forge political ties among communities and served as means for trade raids. Thus, communities who did not own boats easily conquered those who did. This is another inaccurate summary of the given text. It inaccurately states that communities that had no boats conquered those who had one, when it should be the other way around. Lastly, let's inspect the summary in option A. Since boats were beneficial in forging political ties and in trading, Caraco, a native warship of pre-colonial Philippines, appears to have played an important role in the political affairs of communities. That is, it could help one community to be in control of another community that did not own one. Scott, 1982. Among the choices, this appears to be the most accurate summary of the given text. You have just completed DCAT Reviewer Number 1, which featured questions for the DCAT Writing Skills Subtest. If you wish to watch more DCAT reviewers for the DCAT Writing Skills Subtest, check out our DCAT Writing Skills Reviewers playlist. Check out also our other DCAT playlists for other reviewer topics. If you haven't done so yet, please don't forget to subscribe to Review Central and click or press the bell button to make sure you get notified whenever we post a new reviewer or other review materials on this channel. Please like if you find this video useful, and feel free to share it to anyone who may also benefit from it. We wish you all the best on your forthcoming DCAT, and we look forward to your exciting days as Los Sallians. Animo La Salle.